My name is Aisha Ibrahim and this is Election Brief. Within the next 30 minutes, we have the latest update from the political scene. We are live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, all social media handles and around the world on myjohnline.com. Election headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, and Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Election headquarters for an informed electorate. Please do stay for details. We start the election brief this afternoon with what you have to say, voters' voice. And today we're making a stop at Mamobi.
As for this year, I'm not sure that I will vote because we are fed up of their lies and everything they are telling us. It's the same thing every year. They come and tell us they will do this, they will do that. We won't see anything that they are doing. And we are still suffering. I'm a security man now. I'm going to work. Even my pay is not even enough for me to survive. But I'm still working up to date. The government is not doing anything for us. We don't know how to survive, but we are still forcing ourselves. We, the people voting for them, they are not trying to help us. We will go and make a long queue voting for them. But at the end of the day, they will come and promise us plenty things, but they won't do it.
To me, the measures so I vote in say moment a chrono me the major super vote pan say youth no ebetime anya adwuma ye na ebehwe na enema koso na yesu ye hwan han ye wo ya brabom we also share promises na e bana de bi omo ba omo fulfill my na yakasana me hu je yebeti na edibie mitino de obeba obetimi ama youth na ye adwuma because youth no yan na to aba no eno so ebetimi abo.
We have voted, they are telling us we have voted and voted and voted up to date. They will come and tell us stories, they will do this, they will do that at the end of the day. Even the one who will step down and the person who comes up, you won't see anything that is going on.
Candidates need for me, me just say me pay obia we about we call NDC MPP on my bar. Me just say me pay neutral ground. Me share the obetimi aboy pa ne chairman thing because me also call on a neutral ground. I know na me just say obetimi aboy because me nje obia ni biem. Na by the brepa ya ntohwe nyama my the ntohwe etesese ma ha ma omba no me boy pa fi nyama nko ye kura this the ntohwe hwebe sem to miss pa hwe ejuma bia eni wo so pejo kwa wunya ejuma bia yeti stress na afidient man na ado pa yes no e say de ya de kwa ye hwebe ma say me wa hwe me no bia bra na nipa bra o man nko yi enti yes afidient man na ado de oye den kura obesi yes pet ma me ba wine na ye bre pa make say de say ento hwe o so de kwa ye ento hwe mit by almost Mr. 2 million crowd bra. About breast at ya to Yantoshi bibia bare yes pass mama. Omba boy and pan a bread pan easy.
What influence my vote this depends on what the government is doing because the government has promised a lot. And truly we are not seeing anything. Currently we are experiencing doing so anyhow without even timetable. And we are experiencing hard economic. So this around the vote is going to be our economy and it's going to be about especially about the light energy, what we are facing with the light. And I think the government has failed us. He promised a lot and he has failed us. So even if we are going to vote, we are going to vote against the government of the day. That's all I can say for now.
Garinde ya karfi. Da John Mama ke kan power. Lokaci azumi ma ya kai ma kayan mu ana se yanzu tunna baban ga yazo kai ba sai kowa na kuka garin yayi karfi kowa na kuka yasa gaskiya dai ni dai to ba mu ga yana garin ke tafiya yasa John Muhammad mu komo da shi baban ga wai mu trying shi ne in yaso mu ganshi kuma mun try shi kuma ya gwada muna ya nuna muna bai da tausai mutum ne ko kadan gashi nan kayan mu na aje ba sen komi shi yasa muna so mu komo da John Mahama ajinkwa kenan shine John Mahama ajinkwa yazo ya fabe mu ya cece mu don muna mutuwa nan ga cikin Ayawa so north kenan muna mutuwa yasa muna son John Mahama mu ba shi zu mu ba Honorable Yusuf Jaja za.
My vote will go against the government if I will vote, but I haven't made my mind yet that I will vote because I'm already disappointed in this government, because I truly vote for this government so that we could see a better nation, a better Ghana. But we think that even the country is going backward. It's rather going backward, so I don't think that it's even necessary for me to vote. And even I'll vote against the government of the day.
The chiefs and people of Oti region are being given the opportunity to make inputs in the next manifesto of the opposition National Democratic Congress as the Building Ghana tour makes a stop in that area. The NDC flag bearer has so far toured 14 regions, with this trip making the Oti region the 15th. He intends to visit all regions of the country to solicit views towards Building Ghana. Nanaya Ojima is touring the area with the flag bearer. He joins me with more. Nanaya, where are you now and what input have the electorates been making in the NDC's manifesto?
So presently the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, is in a meeting with traditional authority and people here within the Biakoye constituency. And at the moment, the rain just started, so it disrupted some of the activities here at Biakoye community. But from where I am hiding, where I'm taking shelter, I can still hear the speakers. So obviously, the event is ongoing. John Mahama and the people within the Biakoye constituency are still in the meeting. Not long ago, some of the leaders of the constituency had the opportunity to put their concerns before the flag bearer and the former president of the country, John Dramani Mahama. And before coming to the Biakoye constituency, John Mahama was within the Boom constituency, where the chiefs and people there took turns to put their concerns before the flag bearer of the NDC. There, the traditional authorities spoke about neglect of the area. According to them, they have not seen much from the present NPP administration, especially the regional minister for the OT region. So they believe that it's about time that the people within the area vote the NDC to power, and they believe that when the NDC comes to power, they will not be neglected. And also, the traditional authority wants John Dramani Mahama to ensure that the OT region gets a share of universities that the NDC built across the country. When John Dramani Mahama took his turn at the podium, he assured that the NDC is committed to ensuring that the 6 newly created regions, they all get universities within these areas to ensure that there is access to tertiary education within the newly created regions of the country. So there was an assurance to the traditional authority. Also, John Dramani Mahama took turns to speak about issues that had been raised by various groupings that were present at the meeting. For instance, artisans had their share. John Mahama spoke about the need or the plan to ensure that there is a comprehensive policy in place to help or provide financial assistance to people who are willing to go into the learning of trade like tailoring, among others. Also, he assured market women that when he assumes office, these market women will be supported to form cooperatives, and through these cooperatives, government will ensure that they get some financial support to expand their businesses. And according to John Dramani Mahama, government will commit to increasing the financial assistance that is being given to these women, especially after they are able to pay the loans that they've contracted. So John Dramani Mahama continuing the tour of the OT region from the Biakoye community where he's presently meeting the chiefs and people. He'll go to the Kratchi East and West constituencies within the OT region. That will end the first day of the tour of the OT region. From there, tomorrow, John Dramani Mahama also move within some parts of the OT region. So it's actually a 2-day tour of the OT region. And this is the Building Ghana tour, where the opinions of the people are sought, and these opinions will feed into the NDC manifesto come 2024. And it's expected that by middle of the year, the NDC manifesto will be outdoored. So far, John Dramani Mahama has been to 15 of the 16 regions of the country, and the opinions of the people so far has been taken. Some people continue to repeat some of the challenges and opinions that has already been taken in other parts of the country.
Nanayo Jima, with that, thank you so much, Nanayo, for bringing us the updates. Now, let's get on to more of the stories on election brief. And of course, remember, I'll bring you more of the Building Ghana tour in our subsequent bulletins. Right now, the Conference of Major Superiors Religious Ghana has expressed interest in engaging actively in the upcoming general election as independent observers. The conference, which is an umbrella body for leaders of Revered Fathers, Brothers and Sisters Congregation of the Catholic Church, believe the involvement of their members will obtain first-hand information on electoral happenings and advise stakeholders accordingly. The plan was revealed at a 5-day preliminary biennial meeting. I've been joined right now by the Very Reverend Father Dr. Paul Sadade Enin, who is president of the Conference of Major Superiors Religious Ghana. Reverend, grateful for your time this afternoon. What has necessitated this decision?
Thank you very much for having me, and I want to greet all your listeners and all the members of the Conference of Major Superiors. For the past 32 years, we have been practicing democracy, and the Catholic Church has been vocal through the Catholic Bishops' Conference on a number of issues, especially on election-related issues. And we thought, as a conference, looking at where our members work, we are practically at every nook and corner of this country. And looking at the elections of this year, the stakes we know are very high. And so we thought that instead of the usual encouraging people, advocating for free and fair elections, it is good that we, the members of the major superiors, get involved in the electoral process, showing example also to what could be done.
We already have different independent bodies monitoring the elections. Are you not convinced their work have been transparent to bring about reforms?
Not at all. We believe that they do their work. I think all the independent bodies contribute to ensuring a free and fair elections. In other countries, especially in countries in Africa, the church and religious have also been involved. And I think we also bring some kind of credibility to that effect. So it's just to add, as I said, this year's elections, we see that the stakes are very high. So it's just to add to what the others are doing.
So what is the level of engagement you've reached on this proposal?
Yeah, for the moment, we are organizing ourselves. We have to get in contact. We are discussing with stakeholders, different stakeholders that we have to ensure, for example, proper training, mobilization of persons, funds, and then the areas that we need to monitor, engage with the Catholic Bishops' Conference, engage with the Electoral Commission to see how we can support what is being done. So we hope to be on the grounds during the December polls.
What will you bring differently to our electoral process?
Already, you know, the Catholic Church brings credibility. Our members bring credibility. And credibility is very essential for a peaceful, for a free and fair elections. Many a time, you know, suspicion can create a lot of problems. So we bring credibility. We are not saying the others are not credible, but we believe we have some credibility, and so we bring that credibility to the process. At the same time, for us, it's also a learning experience. You need to be involved in the system to know, to learn from what the system brings, and then you can advocate next time for improvement in the system. If you are not involved, it is difficult to advocate for improvement when you don't know what is happening. So it's also for us a learning process and experience that will help us and help our members going forward in bringing suggestions to improve our electoral system.
In terms of technicality, most of these election observers go through some orientation and capacity building. Do you have what it takes to bring this technicality to bear?
Yes, I talked about training and formation of those who will be involved. We have a subgroup. We have groups within the Conference of Major Superiors. We have the Justice and Peace Commission group, and they will be the focal. They will be leading this election monitoring process. Okay, so as I said, we are going to form training. We are going to form them. We are going to train them so that we build up their capacity to do what we ask them to do.
Reverend Dr. Inin, I'm grateful for your time this afternoon. They want to be part of the election observing come December 7th. They say they have what it takes to help in reforming our electoral process. Let's move on to other stories. Founder of the new force, Nana Kwame Bediako, popularly known as Sheda, has highlighted his vision in making Ghana the beacon of Africa through industrialization. Nana Kwame Bediako, who is currently on a regional listening tour, has indicated the need to transition from a handicraft economy to one dominated by industry and machine manufacturing. According to him, the number of industrial goods exported from Ghana to other parts of the world makes it possible to industrialize. He spoke in an interview with Nana Boakye-Adom in Kumasi.
My message to the people of Ghana that the time has come. There's going to be an industrial revolution that will take over Africa, and I wanted to start from Ghana. We are going to be the first people that will send a template to the African continent. Everybody will follow this template that I've come with, and everybody will start to industrialize themselves, and all jobs will now be gained through industrialization. All wealth, all economies will be built, and there will be economic prosperity from Ghana. I think that a lot of wood has come from this space to the world. There are chairs and furnitures in America and India that probably came from Asante Mine and other parts of Ghana. There is gold all over the world that has come from this place. There are a lot of things. The country is very rich. We're very successful. Nobody has just taken their time and gone through all the regions and done the research and spoken to the people with this listening tour that we're doing to build the best manifesto for this country.
Taking his tour to the Ashanti region, Nana Kwame Bediako has also hinted at transforming the region with his policies if elected as president.
A lot of things have changed in the Ashanti region. I realize that there's a bit of improvement in development, but they have a lot of potential, you know, in terms of industrialization. It's just that I'm yet to open the dredge and bring water into this Asante Mine, you know, to change the whole narrative, to change the whole industrial mindset. I'm going to campaign for 275 constituencies to be able to understand the country, not because I want to campaign to become a president, but also I want to campaign to understand the people's needs, the districts, the regions. I want to be able to build a good capital, institutional capital for the market.
That's Nana Kwame Bediako leading the new force team into the December 7 elections. Now, the National Democratic Congress Parliamentary candidate for Awutu, James Kofi Annan, has charged members of the NDC not to allow aliens to elect their representatives into Parliament for them. He has accused the governing NPP of resorting to votes from neighboring constituencies to win elections. He says that will not be allowed during this year's elections. He made the remarks during a solidarity march in the constituency for the 24-hour economy proposed by the flag bearer of the NDC.
The National Democratic Congress on Saturday took over the principal street of Winneba in the Awutu municipality to show their solidarity for the 24-hour economy as proposed by their flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama. According to the parliamentary candidate for the constituency, James Kofi Annan, flagship programs by the current government have failed over the years, hence the need to support the idea of the 24-hour economy.
24-hour economy. This policy is a game changer. We know that over the years, various governments have tried to solve the unemployment problem in this country, but they have not been successful. Today, we have 1.8 million people who are unemployed, jobless in this country. Out of the 1.8 million, we have 1.3 million who are youth. Meanwhile, we have had youth employment programs, we have had JIDA, we have had NYEA, we have had NAPCO, we have had National Service, we have had so many things. And yet unemployment is still very high. It means that all the policy frameworks that have been brought by previous governments have failed. It means that all the solutions that governments have provided have failed, including even the day-to-day activities of the people. There must be an alternative. An alternative is what John Mahama has created and is bringing on board in this country as the 24-hour economy program. That is a game changer to solve all of our unemployment problems in this country.
He alleges the MPP over the years has depended on votes of voters who do not reside or come from the constituency. This phenomenon, he said, would be looked at critically going into the December polls.
I am winning the Awutu seat for the NDC. We all know that those people who come and invade our constituency to vote for the MPP they are not residents of Awutu. They are imported. Deliberately, the MPP has created and recruited at least 200 strong individuals and tasked them each to bring 100 voters from outside of this constituency. That alone makes a minimum of 20,000 to come and vote in this constituency. So, boot for boot, if the constituency members, those who are residents in the constituency, are allowed to vote, the MPP cannot stand the NDC.
He says his utmost priority would be the reconstruction of the Winneba Central Market when elected at the December polls. The Central Regional Chairman for the party, Professor Richard Kofi Asiedu, says the 24-hour economy is the antidote to the joblessness being created by the free SHS policy introduced by the MPP government.
Now, Akufo-Addo says he has brought free SHS. A lot of people have completed the university and they're in the house. So JM is saying that he's coming to give employment to those people. So in this wise, factories will operate in trade-shift system, where the unemployed person can also get a job.
Professor Asiedu again says the NDC does not take the majority leader, Apenyo Makins, serious for coming at their vice presidential candidate, Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman.
For enough of us, we don't see Apenyo Makins as somebody who is serious. Because if you...
description of your running mate.
No, we don't take him serious. You see, we don't take age in assessing somebody's capabilities and competencies. If you are even 35 years and you are wise, and you have wisdom, and you are competent, and you can implement policies to benefit the people, they will give you the nod.
Mustafa Gbande, the Deputy National Secretary for the NDC, has labeled the majority leader, Apenyo Makins, as someone doing the bidding of the LGBTQ community. Peter Senu for Joy News.
All the unemployed youth in this country, we say power to the people.
Now to the Abra market to listen to you, the voters' voice.
Amazincha walaka ewadi yankopan. Abana papa. Obu man papa. Amanyipa na ahomaka ho. Asumdwi wom ededa. Ntoni Dr. Bawumia. God Bawumia oyenyipa bia. Papa no hwedin no la me papa no bra because adwene dansum onimi yansa so. Otode ba asa so. Papa President na de dan ko yi Bawumia. Ye hu bebre onyini ye free education adwuma yi. Mo from me ko school ediban takrota wadere ba. Ediban wadere ba. Teachers wo wie ko fie. Still papa no pa ba. All amaye Mazababa Odaba. Enta Abaneze Sayaraka Bawumia all Safatan Okra. All Fatan. I'm the main punch and 7 December. Enta Papa to Mutuna Waba. Most one me Radayan. Most one me Radayan uncle. Jay. Papa down at Samana day 7th. Don't more one on Sanity. Near Nabo. I ain't about me all about all come over man now. Oh come over man all about your money. I want you a park when that's in Chan. Now what about me? Come over Benny. Now man, everybody my year. And money I come you be. It's I want to that. And come you be there. I will have another. It's uncle, and now what about them go Fabian? You're a park one. I'm as a much one MPP. Listen, how much one MPP in your day. Malafia by a woman channel be a maxi area. Papa be wow 5. Now you know me a beard. I was 6. Sanyana no ko father na baba wo me ho amembu pa. Nka dem ko afia ho ba bia anyi wa ko secondary school. Nyame na dom wa ko secondary school awie. Me nda what sabrofo wutuma kankan wutuma chiro. Nta me mbasa amed de se na do e ko to aba. Nka me ambi party ze mo to aman. Mo won chelem. Nyame na o hwe nyimpa. Emani ayi wo me yeze. Mahama wa abatina no da so obi pa bi mahina. Nka obatina do na nka oye. Enya mbiri yoko fado odze nyama rugu kwemi yoro ya nyama papa. Eno no dem 4 years odde ba ya Ghana ye. Nti amede se tumi ne za amede. Wo bo cho MPP party ahinu pa na ma cho aman.
Sisiara mejine he. Ma hwaba mo wa akọ school ma hwehwe asambo ma hwaba mo wa akọ school a we wie wa akọ pale wa akọ university edwuma mpo onye binye up to now owafie ma na mo hwehwe asambo na madahwan na sisi ala abatu ya wa be na me be onye edwuma yi na mayedan na ma ato aban akwana be na mafado na mato abe ncha ma hweba wo school mo we wie masisi ala wa akwanyi mo kita ne certificate no nye adwuma nyei na ncha saka ma wo ma aboa no mo wa afado we adwuma ma chakwa ne biara don oda mato aba ma mo bia na sisi ala ya onye adwuma yi abade pochi na mala magina do na ma da ato abe mo wera ho hwehwe asan mo osom ma hwea.
Your voters' voice from Abra ending election brief. Election brief on your election headquarters for an informed electorate. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.